Okay, good evening, everyone. Today we keep going with our lesson. Let's see, lesson number two, right? And in this lesson, we discuss psychology. Psychology is a very big term. It's about some kinds of studies or investigations related to humans' mind, things like that. Uh, and today we just learn a very small branch of psychology. That means how people they perceive about colors, okay, how they think about colors, just like that. And not only human but also animals. Yeah, and our today's topic is about that, right? And here, before we start, I need to ask you some questions, okay? And I will also give you time to think about the answers and the supporting detail. So, and to answer the question well, I think that you should learn the simple present tense, all right? Because this tense will help you to know how to make sentences, to answer as well as to make the questions, things like that. Okay. And to study the tenses, okay, I remember that I already instructed you maybe on Monday this week, right? You can use ChatGPT to learn about those tenses. Yeah. And first of all, I think that you need to learn the simple present tense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, my questions for our today's topic, we have two questions here. Do you think that colors are important for our life? And question number two is that what do you usually use color for? Okay, just two questions like that. And I need you to prepare the answer. Okay. Yeah, so question number one, do you think colors are important to our life? Yeah. And question number two, what do you usually use colors for? Okay, yeah. So these are the two questions that we need your sharing, or we need your opinion, your discussion. Okay. So now this time is 6:35. Okay. And I will give you about 5 to 10 minutes to think about your answer. Okay. And you can make the outline and you can write down in the chat box. Okay. And I see. Okay. Yeah. So you can use simple present tense, okay, to make some kinds of answer for these two questions. Okay. So now I give you time to do it, and we will discuss at around 6:45. Okay. Okay, so I think that you already have your ideas about the two questions, right? Do you think that colors are important for our life? We come to the first question to discuss first, right? Anyone would like to share your opinion? Do you ever think that, yeah, in our life we need colors? Yeah. If yes, then it's important for our life. But if you say no, we don't need it, that means it's not important. Yeah. Just want to hear your point of view. Is there anyone free to talk? Just free to talk because I think that yes, some of you may be busy of your working shift or things like that. Uh, Miss Phương Nam, I think colors are one of the most important aspects of our life. Yeah, a very important mood in the coming of minds and giving warnings. Important ideas in a lesson. Okay. Yeah. Uh, if you are convenient to turn on your microphone to speak, I appreciate that you can do it. Okay, because when you speak, you can also train your pronunciation, also your speech flow, right? Uh, like Miss Phương Nam, are you available to speak, or you can just type? Hmm. So, and Miss Nam say, yeah, colors are one of the most important aspects of our life. Can you share something more about other important aspects in our life? Okay, yeah. Miss Kim Thúy, right? Kim Thúy. Yeah. Okay, so Miss Kim Thúy or Miss Phương Nam will speak.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss
Okay.
Thúy, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Hello, teachers. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think color is important into my life.
Mm,
Yeah. I'm usually use color for clothes. I like,
ah,
yeah, because I'm Cancer, so I like color blue and white. Uh,
mm,
and often wear sleeves clothes blue and white for my clothes.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
like color blue and color white, right?
Yeah. It bring me feel peace and less stress when I
Mm,
wear
right.
it. Yeah.
And sometimes I heard that people said that color blue can bring you like the feeling of hopeful. Yeah, how we
Yeah.
say hopeful feeling of things like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And do you know? Can you tell me something more about why colors are important for our life?
Uh, I when I see white colors, I am feel the peace and the like children's drills when I try. I
Mm.
like it, and so I still it in when I ordered. Yeah.
That means the importance of the color in your opinion. That means it makes you feel better
Yeah.
in your life, right?
Yeah.
I see it. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, and I also think that with the colors here, we can see the how can I say the true life with a lot of
Yeah. You see, I
colors
can
there. We
see
can enjoy.
the
We
white
can
color
know
bring me the
what
a
our
true
world
list.
looks like,
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah, and it can also like affect our mood a lot. So that's why I think it's important. Yeah. And now for you use colors
Yeah.
for fashion, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that means your purpose is for fashion, and sometimes we can say like for self decoration. Yeah, things like
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we wear some kinds of specific colors to show to show people our like specific lifestyles or things like that. I
Yeah.
see, yeah. And for me, I usually use colors to organize things. Like when I need to, like, I have a lot of yellow roofs. So,
Yeah,
and whenever I make the roof, I usually make it some kinds of colors there. You know why? Because instead of just reading the roof name, very long name, just look at the
yeah,
color and we can understand
yeah,
what the roof is. Yeah, things like that.
yeah.
Okay,
The thing
thank
is a
you.
interest. No, thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it can help you for decoration, it can help you for organization. And as Miss Nam share that it can help you to highlight important ideas in the lesson. It's also kind of organization. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We move to Miss Thư. Yeah, waiting for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
for your speaking. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, teachers.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
very much,
for your
Miss
question.
Thủy. Yes, okay.
Good evening, teacher.
Yeah,
I
okay.
want to share a little bit about the topic because
Mm,
I think it's really interesting.
yeah.
The first things I want to say that color plays an important role in our life
Mm,
because I just tell you about two aspects because it help us safe
mm,
and it is a way we can bring a lot of benefits from using color
mm.
because the first idea is about safe because like we use it in traffic system. For
Mm,
example, like traffic lines is a very realistic example, right? Because when we know
right.
when we stop, when we can move, it
Mm,
is good for us to control those traffic
mm,
and help us to save when we join those traffic, yes, something like
yeah.
that.
And I think that not only the traffic lights, but also the traffic
Yes, the
signs.
signs as
Yeah,
well.
traffic sign. Yeah. What kinds are so dangerous things or things like that?
Yes, a
Okay,
lot. I
right.
think that's
Mm,
when we look at the color and we know, oh, is it dangerous or not? And that is
yeah.
really useful for our life. Oh, where are you? I don't know why today the connection or the way that people join the class is so weird. Hello? Are you
Oh,
still there?
I'm so sorry, Mister. I was kicked out.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. Today it's so weird.
Yeah, yeah,
The way that
yeah.
people
Right.
join the class, it is
Twice now.
constantly changed. I
Hmm.
don't know why.
Sometimes with the unstable internet connection. Yeah. You were talking about like the traffic sign for the safety things like that, right? Can you
Yes.
share? Yeah.
And just another aspect is about bring us our benefits when we're using colors, like in
Mm,
marketing, right?
mm,
For example, we choose the way that we make the sign to draw the attention from the customers in
yes,
like a restaurant or a food stall or yeah, for example, if you join the conference, right? There are a lot of food
mm,
stalls and you need to make it attractive or something. And
right.
sometimes that when we make the clothes or the food that is colorful or just trendy a little bit,
Mm.
we can attract a lot of money. Yes, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yay.
So, yeah, and in your opinion, we have two purposes of the colors that make it very important for our life. The first one is for safety, or we say
Yes,
we we use colors for signals, things like that, right? And the second thing that means for customer attraction, and especially in marketing. Yeah, right. Yeah. So
and
that's why we usually see that every year for the marketing field, they
yeah,
usually propose some kinds of like gradient or some kinds of like mainstream colors for that year so that people can decorate or can promote their products like that. Okay, yes, right.
that's like a theme, right? You what that you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
doing.
yeah, like a theme. Yeah,
And
things like
another
that.
question is about what do you I usually use colors for?
Mm,
I think it's
yeah,
for
right.
everything is in my life. I need to use it,
Mm,
but I usually use color to refresh my style, especially when
mm,
I choose the things to wear, my outfits. It's just a
mm,
simple style. I just choose black or white, and that's it. And or whenever I feel that is really good in that color, and I will choose it for every
mm,
um things that I have in life. when I
Mm,
decide to buy new phones or laptop or whatever. Yeah, it just
mm,
matters a lot when I use it. And especially when I was little, yet everyone just like me because we have
mm.
our artist classes and I used to use a lot of colors to make the pictures. That is so
Ah,
real, right?
yeah. So you mainly use colors for decoration, like, and also for attraction, yeah, things like that, right? And your favorite colors are black and white, right?
Yes, those basic ones.
Just basic one, yeah. And in this case, we will say that you follow the simplicity style. You know
Yeah,
that simplicity style. Yeah,
minimalism or something, right?
yeah.
Minimalism. Huh?
Yeah, simplicity style or minimalism. Yeah, things
Yeah.
like that or minimalism.
Yet I think it's so
Okay.
easy to
Yeah,
live with that simple thing, not need to
yeah,
choose between a
yeah,
lot of colors, like a shade of color is
yeah.
really ahead,
Right.
right? Not only just
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah, and you know that nowadays when people they build some kinds of houses, they just mainly use three types of colors. That's it: white, black, and sometimes dark gray. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and when they build a house, it looks very like simple but not odd. It's like looks modern, things like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that's
don't know that
how
more.
colors
Yes,
can
thank
do.
you for your information. I hope that I can have my own house to choose
Mm,
three colors for it. And it's
yeah.
definitely white and black is in oh navy blue is also my favorite one as well.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
And you know, colors can also can build your name brand. Oh, sorry, your brand name. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That means yeah, whenever people look at the color that they will
And
think about you.
recognize that,
Things
right?
like that. Yeah, right. Things like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so that's also the very good way
And how
for
about
kinds
you?
of like professional abilities, things like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and my favorite colors also like black and white for construction. Yeah,
Oh,
but for fat for like I say for wears, I like the black and the blue. Yeah,
oh, I
and
like very same
yeah,
hobbies.
right. And I just like some kinds of dark colors there. Yeah, because my skins are dark. So
Oh, sometimes we
it
look at our
yeah,
safe shade of
yeah,
skin and we choose it. Yeah.
yeah, right. Because
May
we
I
cannot
may
use like
I
bright
invite
color for that skin, right?
may I invite some friend to share this topic because it's kind of interesting, you know?
Yeah, sure, right. Things
Yeah,
like that.
sure, me too.
It's very familiar. It's a familiar topic to talk about.
Yay.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah, right.
Mr. Vitun. Can you share a little bit?
Who? Mr. Huy Tùng. Huy Tùng here. Is it convenient for you to share? Maybe he's on the working ship or things like that. Yeah, because yeah, I know that some of the students they studying or while they are taking like their working duty at night or things like that. Yeah, right. Yeah, so just someone who is available to speak can speak, right? Or you can also type in like Miss Bình here. Miss Phương Nam here. Okay. Ah, I would like to yeah. If Mr. Tùng is not available, then how about Miss Phương Nam? Miss Phương Nam, is it convenient for you to speak? Maybe no one. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Right. Don't worry. Okay. So just when you have free time or when you feel convenient, okay, you can share your ideas at any time. Yeah. And I appreciate your sharing because during the class time here, you can try some way to practice your English, maybe not for studying, but sometimes just for fun, things like that, right? Um, instead of going out like to Ninh Kiều Wharf or try to go to some places, you find native speakers there. Yeah, we can speak right here because you know for native speakers, when they come here, they are the tourists, so they kind of like not very familiar with us. Yeah, so sometimes we come to speak and they think that we want something else or things like that, and they become like cautious. Yeah, so that's why at the beginning when I was a student, I usually try to find them to speak with me. Yeah, but after time, yeah, I thought that it's not useful, things like that, right? I just come to the English center or come to university like that to speak. That's good, right? Okay, so if no one can share more, I think that we can move to another section, right? That's about listening. And for our first listening section, we will listen to how people they use colors for their specific purpose. And here we have 4 people. We can see in the book. I will zoom it a little bit. Okay. Am I sharing the screen? Okay. Right. Here we have like Sophie, Felix, Marcus, and Yuna. Right. And here you will listen to their discussion, and then you can find out like who use colors for what kinds of specific purpose. And after that, they can give some example, right? So, and when you listen, try to find out 2 pieces of information, right? The purpose of using color and the example of the purpose, things like that, right? And I think now we can listen to this section twice, right? And after we listen, you can type down your answer in the chat box. Okay, right.
Unit 2, Psychology. The Q Classroom.
Today, we'll discuss the Unit 2 question. How can colors be useful? Let's think about the question and clothing for a minute. Sophie, how can colors be useful in clothing?
You can use colors for symbolic reasons, like in some countries, brides wear white dresses, or like the school colors we wear on our sweatshirts.
That's true. How else can we use color? Yuna, I see that you have different colored notebooks. How are you using color?
To organize, different colors for different subjects.
So, we can use colors for symbolic reasons, and we can use colors to organize. How else can colors be useful? Felix?
Colors can affect people's moods. For example, hospitals are painted colors that help patients relax. And a restaurant can use colors to make people feel comfortable, so they'll want to stay and eat.
What do you think, Marcus? How else can colors be useful?
You can use color to attract attention. You know, like big red letters on a sign, or something noticeable like black on yellow.
Unit 2, Psychology. The Q Classroom.
Today, we'll discuss the Unit 2 question. How can colors be useful? Let's think about the question and clothing for a minute. Sophie, how can colors be useful in clothing?
You can use colors for symbolic reasons, like in some countries, brides wear white dresses, or like the school colors we wear on our sweatshirts.
That's true. How else can we use color? Yuna, I see that you have different colored notebooks. How are you using color?
To organize, different colors for different subjects.
So, we can use colors for symbolic reasons, and we can use colors to organize. How else can colors be useful? Felix?
Colors can affect people's moods. For example, hospitals are painted colors that help patients relax. And a restaurant can use colors to make people feel comfortable, so they'll want to stay and eat.
What do you think, Marcus? How else can colors be useful?
You can use color to attract attention. You know, like big red letters on a sign, or something noticeable like black on yellow.
Okay, yeah, so if you have some kinds of, how can I say, some kinds of trick, you can see that they say use of color, and then they have like for and to, right? For symbolic reason, and you can see like to affect moods, to attract attention, to organize. Yeah, when you see the letter A, D, or F, you can know that the three letters here belong to the use of color. Okay, and for like C or G or E or H, they belong to example because we have the phrase like use something for another thing or use something to do something. Okay, things like that. Right. À, thì ở đây thầy nói tiếng Việt chút xíu dành cho một số bạn nào mà có thể không theo kịp chỗ này là khi mình nghe á, thì anh chị có thể để ý chỗ này ha. Ví dụ đây ta nói là use of color thì mình hay có là use of color for cái gì đó hoặc là use of color to cái gì đó, tức là dùng màu sắc để làm việc gì đó. Thì mình thấy ở đây mình sẽ có là cái câu A, câu D và câu F là nó có to. Thì nghĩa là mình hiểu là ba câu này sẽ là nằm trong cái mục use of color. Tức là mình chỉ cần nghe coi là A hay D hay là F thôi. Thì còn là những cái khác nó sẽ tuần về cái example, tại vì nó không có đi theo cái giới từ to hay for gì hết ha. Cái đó là tuần về cái ví dụ. Okay, things like that. Right. Yeah, and here Mr. Tung can say, okay, Sophie, so symbolic reason, and then G, wearing school colors, right? And then Felix talk about colors affect the mood, okay? And for example, use example of hospital, right? In hospitals, they use relaxing colors so that when patients look at the colors, they feel better. For Marcus, they say use color to attract attention. Yeah, and especially for signal reason, right? Big red letters on a sign. So for this one, we have just discussed already that we use colors for safety, like for signals, things like that. And for Yuna, use color to organize, and she organized her notebooks with different colors. Okay, things like that, right? Okay, so and I found that most of us have quite similar ways of using colors, right? For decoration, for organization, for attention, attraction, okay, for mood effect, things like that, and for signals, for safety. Maybe, yeah, quite. And yeah, sometimes use color to relax, things like that, and use color to warn, to warn. We had the verb warn. Yeah. Sorry, one, we have like one, let's see the verb. We have like a warning. Let's see the noun. We have like warning. Let's see adjective. We have like one adjective. So, you know the reason why I give you the word one, and then I give you like warning, warning, one as noun, verb, adjective. Because when you learn vocabulary, you need to learn the first thing that we say, the word family. A word family, that means one word. It has many types of part of speech. Okay, and for all the part of speech there, that we say is family. So that we say word family. For example, when we talk about the word one, and then it has the family like wanting, one. Okay. And the second reason is that you need to, when you learn vocabulary, you also need to learn part of speech because it will help you to make sentences when you would like to speak. Okay. Because if you know like the part of speech, you can select and you can put the words into the correct position. You don't say something like color relaxing hospital use, things like that. Okay, it's very, like I said, it's very weird, right? But when you say, yeah, hospitals use relaxing colors, is understandable, things like that. So that's why you need to know the part of speech so that you can put the words into the correct position. Okay, so that you can when you speak, people will understand you. Things like that. Right. And I think this is the correct answer. Let's check your answer here. They say wrong because it's not wrong because I just type the letter here. Let me see. So answer is it? Oh wait. So answer okay. G C H E right A D and F. Okay, on are correct. Right. Thank you. Yeah. So after we know how people they use color for their specific purposes, we can move to the listening section here. Yeah. And this is for listening one. Yeah. And after we talk about how people use colors, now we move to how animals use color. So that's we listen to like the colors of nature. That means how the animals they use color, right? So before we listen, you need to know some vocabulary right here. And when you learn vocabulary, I suggest that you should not rely most of the time on the dictionary. However, you should base on the context of the sentences, okay, so that you can guess the meaning of the word. Do you know why? Because if you learn vocabulary through the dictionary, you will have no context to remember as well as to understand. Yeah, and sometimes the meaning in the dictionary will be very different from the meaning in the context. Like sometimes you see that this word in the dictionary they say like that. However, in this context, this word does not mean like that. Things like that. So that's why when you do the vocabulary learning, you need to base on the context. Context first, dictionary later. Things like that, right? Yeah. For example, when you look at sentence number one here, they say like animals hide when danger is near. They come out when it's safe. And you can see like they mentioned two sections, right? When danger is near and then when it's safe. That means two different situations, right? And for the situation that is safe, and then they say they come out, right? And then you understand that, yeah, for another section, like when danger is near, the high here should be the opposite with come out or things like that. So, and that's why you will know that, okay, high cannot be come out. Yeah, but high should be go to a place where no one can see them. Okay, things like that. Let's see how you can guess the meaning. Okay. Rồi ở đây thầy sẽ nói tiếng Việt chút xíu ha. Để thầy hướng dẫn sơ cho anh chị nào chưa nghe kịp. Thì đối với học từ vựng á, thì thường đa số mình sẽ là hay có thói quen là mình sẽ là mở từ điển lên mình học. Tức là mình thấy cái từ nào mới cái mình mở từ điển lên mình tra nó liền. Thì cái việc này nó cũng không phải là xấu nhưng mà là nó sẽ không có hỗ trợ cho anh chị nhớ được cái từ vựng cũng như là không có hiểu được cái ngữ cảnh nào mình cần dùng cái từ vựng đó. Do đó khi mình học khi mình muốn học từ vựng á thì cái tốt nhất là anh chị sẽ đọc cái cái đoạn nội dung mà có chứa cái từ vựng anh chị cần biết. Sau đó anh chị sẽ dùng cái phương án là xem cái ngữ cảnh và đoán cái nghĩa của từ. Tại vì khi mình đoán từ theo cái ngữ cảnh thì nó sẽ cái tỷ lệ đúng sẽ cao hơn là mình tra từ điển. Tại vì đôi khi nếu mình chỉ tra cái từ đó trong từ điển nó có thể là cái nghĩa này nhưng mà trong cái ngữ cảnh đó thì nó lại mang cái nghĩa khác. Thì đó khi mình tra từ điển chỉ là khi nào mà cái từ đó mình hoàn toàn không biết được, tức là những cái từ xung quanh đó mình không biết luôn, từ đó mình mới cần phải tra. Còn nếu mà những cái từ xung quanh chị thấy nó quen anh chị biết rồi thì mình không cần tra cái từ mình cần học nữa. Thì cái từ này như cái số 1 này nó là animals hide when danger is near, cái đây come out when it's safe. Thì mình thấy nó có hai cái khía cạnh ở đây. Thứ nhất là cái danger is near, cái khía cạnh thứ hai đó là khi mà cái it's safe, tức là một cái danger một cái là safe. Thì khi mình thấy cái từ khi mà safe thì theo cái động từ là đây come out. Thì mình sẽ hiểu là khi mình đoán được mình sẽ đoán là vậy thì cái nội dung mà danger, khi mà gặp danger thì cái từ hai này nó phải trái nghĩa với từ come out. Thì khi mà chị đoán được như vậy thì chị thấy là cái câu B này nó sẽ không đúng mà phải là câu A nó mới đúng. Thì đó chỉ là một trong các ví dụ khi mà anh chị học cái từ vựng theo cái ngữ cảnh. Và sẵn nói luôn một số cái vấn đề là là khi mà mình cái này thầy hơi lớn vào phần đọc chút xíu ha. Thì khi đọc thì anh chị hay có cái thói quen là, không biết là chị có thói quen đó không, nhưng mà đối với sinh viên mà thầy dạy á, hay có thói quen là mở bài đọc ra xong cái bật cái Google Translate lên, cái chụp lên cho nó dịch cái hết cái tiếng Việt cái đọc để hiểu. Thật ra cái đó không phải là đọc hiểu, mà cái đó là đọc tiếng Việt ha. Cho đó là muốn đọc mà để hiểu á, thì bắt buộc anh chị phải đọc bằng tiếng Anh ha. Khi đọc tiếng Anh thì mình sẽ phải đọc và phải tìm cái ngữ cảnh, mình phải đoán từ, thì đó mới gọi là đọc tiếng Anh ha. Chứ mình dịch ra hết thì mình đọc, mình chỉ thấy được những từ tiếng Việt thôi, chứ mình không biết là cái tiếng Anh nó là cái từ nào hết. Do đó là mình nhìn đôi khi mình hiểu đó thì mình cũng có thể trả lời được một số câu hỏi, nhưng mà sau đó rồi thì anh chị cũng sẽ không nhớ được cái gì về cái từ vựng đó, cũng như là cái ngữ cái cảnh mình mới vừa học ha. Thì thường thầy gặp mấy trường hợp mà sinh viên mà hay đọc cho nó, thầy hay la lắm, tại vì đọc không có hiệu quả, chỉ mất thêm thời gian thôi. Nói chung là làm việc mà không có hiệu quả, mất thời gian thì nó phí thôi chứ không gì ha. Thành ra là nếu mà anh chị nếu mà ai có cái thói quen mà thường tra Google Translate nguyên bài để mà đọc, thì mình nên hạn chế thói quen đó lại ha. Cố gắng đọc và tìm cái ngữ cảnh, ngay cả phần listening này cũng tự như vậy ha. Khi mà thấy cái từ khoan hả, tra từ điển, gán hiểu cái ngữ cảnh trước. Ok, things like that. Okay, so we have high, right? We have warning. Two already done. Warning, number two, warning, and you say like B. A call, that means danger, right? Danger, right? Warning. So that they say, like, listen to that bird. I think it's giving the other birds a warning that there's a cat hunting there. There's a cat hunting. Yeah, some animals are hunting the birds. So they say warning. Yeah, something dangerous like that. Okay, number three, you see, don't let the children touch that. Is rat poison, can hurt them. Yeah, some people say dangerous to touch or eat. Yeah, they say don't touch that. Okay, so that we can understand. Okay, so let's check first here. Okay, correct, right? You already have the book, right? Okay, so then you can do this very fast. And number four, we have like skin. We all know about skin, right? So our covering of your body, right? And for B, large birds have wings. Wings that they help you, the bird, to fly, right? Birds has wings, okay? And six, you say A, survive. Yeah, survive, that means you will not die. That means you say survive, okay? And number seven, predators. Okay, so we have the word predators, or I would like to say something more about the word predators here. So when you learn the word predators, you know that predators, that means the animals that eat another animal. Right, or the animals that go to hunt for other animals. So that we say predators, right? And we need to think more about like, okay, so what is the word used for those animals who are hunted? Okay, so and in this case, we learn one word, predators, and then we know another word that we say prey. Okay, predators. Okay, let's see, and now and we have prey. Yeah, that's it also now. So, and when you learn predators, you can learn about prey. So, and this way we say you learn vocabulary through synonym and antonym. We say synonym and antonym. Okay, now this is another way to learn vocabulary. So the first way is that you learn the word family and then you learn the part of speech, right? The second way, you learn for the synonym and the antonym. Synonym, that means similar meaning words. Antonym, that means opposite meaning words. So when we know the word predator, you know the word prey, things like that. Okay, that's another way to learn, right? And we have a predator, the animal that kill and eat other animals. Okay, yeah, you see B, right? Yeah, and 8, we have like insect. They have 6 legs, okay, have wings, okay, very small, right? Animal like ant or bee. Okay, things like that, right? And that's correct. Okay, good job. Thank you very much. Yes. So after you have gone through the vocabulary, now we can listen, right? Before we listen, I suggest that you look at the 3 pictures right here. Okay, the first picture, we see like a false leaf katydid. Yeah, you can see it here, right? And the second one that we see a cryptic frog right here. And the last one, a blue poison dark frog. Okay, so and when you look at picture 1 and picture 2, you can see like, yeah, their skin has quite similar colors with the environment, right? And you know that they use their colors for hiding. Okay, and for like the blue poison dark frog, you see like its color is completely contrast with the environment. That when you look at the environment, you can see it immediately. So, and in this case, they use their color for another purpose, not for hiding. Okay, yeah. And so when you listen to the talk here, you will find out another word which has the similar meaning with hiding. Yeah. And you can also know another word to explain for the situation like of the blue poison dark frog here. The colors is completely contrast with the environment. For what purpose? Okay, yeah. So when you listen, you will know that those words. Okay, yeah. And now we will go to the listening section. Okay, yeah. The first section here, they give you some information here and they ask you to put in the blank, right? For the false sleep candidate, they ask you like about a color. Okay, what kinds of color is it? And the location where these animals live. Okay, and when you look at these things, I think that you don't need to listen on so that you can fill in the blank because you already know some section. For example, like when you see the four-leaf candidate, the color that's a green, right? And when you look at the cryptic frog, you can see the color that's a brown. Okay, yeah, that's another important aspect of color. Okay, it helps you to do your listening task. Okay, right, things like that. Yeah, so let's just imagine if you look at the book, but the book just has black and white, you cannot do this section, right? So that's I think a very important aspect. Yeah, it can help you. Sometimes it can help you to pass the course, okay, to get the degree, things like that. Right. Yeah. And when you look at the poison dark frog, you can see it has color blue, right? And for the location, when you look at the false leaf katydid, you can see it lives on the tree, right? And then you can see like among the green leaves. You already know, right? And here we just have two more words to fill in the blank. That's it, on the forest floor and in the rain forest. Yeah. So in this case, you just need to listen to two pieces of information. That means the location of cryptic frog and the location of poison dark frog. Right. Which lives in the rainforest, which lives in the forest on the forest floor, just like that. Okay. So for this section, we just listen once because I think you just need to listen to two pieces of information. Okay, so now let's get started.
Unit 2. Listening 1. Activities B, C, and D.
The colors of nature. Aren't they wonderful? Birds, flowers, insects, so many different colors. And it's not only that they're beautiful. Colors in nature have many different uses. Many animals use color to help them survive. Today, we're going to look at two ways that animals do this. The first way animals use color is to protect them from danger. Color helps animals hide from predators. Scientists refer to this as camouflage. For instance, look at this first photo. What do you see? Some green leaves, right? But wait, one of those leaves is actually an insect. There's a false leaf katydid sitting on a leaf. Look carefully and you can see its legs and its head. Its wings look just like leaves. Katydids are common insects all over the world. Here's a little extra information about katydids. They got their English name, katydid, from the sound they make. People thought it sounded like the two words Katie, a girl's name, and did. Listen, It sounds like they're saying, Katie did, Katie did, Katie did. You know, I wonder who Katie is and what she did. Anyway, back to colors. Now, look at the next photo of a cryptic frog. Can you find the frog? Look closely, and you can see it on the left. It is sitting on the leaf. It takes its colors from the brown leaves and rocks on the forest floor. This is another example of camouflage. It's almost impossible to see this little guy unless he moves. Even then, it looks like the wind is blowing a brown leaf across the forest floor. A second use for color is to give a warning. This is the opposite of camouflage. These animals want you to see them. Their bright colors say, "Watch out, I'm dangerous. If you touch me, I'll hurt you." Many predators also know from experience that a bright color means danger. Let me give you an example. This is a photo of a blue poison dart frog. These frogs live in the rainforests of Suriname in South America. Their skin contains a very strong poison. The poison in just one frog is enough to kill 10 men. Its bright blue color says to predators, "If you eat me, you will die." Believe me, if I see one of these in the forest, I will give it plenty of space. Now, on next week's show, we're going to meet a very unusual bird called the bowerbird. This little bird loves the color blue. Tune in next week to find out what he does with it.
Okay, yeah, Thư already has her answer here, right? For the cryptic frog on the forest floor and the poison dart frog in the rainforest, right? And we can check. Okay, yeah, that's correct, right? So, and you can hear something like the poison dart frog live in like in the rainforest or things like that, right? So, now we move to another section. Yes, and for this section, that we say gap filling. That means when you listen to the talk, okay, you will select the suitable word to fill in the blank. Yeah. To do this section, and for these kinds of section, the first thing you need to know is that you need to understand the part of speech. All right. And for this section, it's quite easy because it already give you the same part of speech for the words that you need to select. Like the one that say eyes, wings, and legs, all of them are the same part of speech. That means the nouns, right? So in this case, you don't need to figure out like which part of speech should be put in, but you need to listen to the meaning of the word, right? But in some cases, fill in the blank like this, they can give you like just the blank, okay, and they ask you to listen and fill in the word. And in that case, if you know the word but you don't know the part of speech, you can put the wrong part of speech into the gap fill in, or we say into the blank right here. And when you put the wrong part of speech, and then your answer will be wrong, things like that. So that's why I say when you learn vocabulary, try to learn the part of speech too. Okay, yeah. So, and here when we listen to this section, you need to know some kinds of information first. All right. Number one, they say the four-leaf katydid looks like leaves. So what look like leaves? Okay, think of that. And you can see like from number 1 to number 2, they talk about the four-leaf katydid, right? And for number 3, sorry, from number 3 to number 4, they talk about the cryptic frog. Okay. From number 5 to number 6, they talk about the blue poison dart frog. Right. Yeah. So each animals, you need to listen to 2 pieces of information. Yeah. For the katydid, okay, what part of the katydid look like leaves? Okay. And how can they have the name Katie? Or we say, how can they have the name katydid? Right, things like that. And for the cryptic frog, okay, 2 pieces of information you need to hear. That means the color of the frog, match the leaves, and what else on the forest floor, okay? And how can we see a cryptic frog? Okay, in which situation? Okay, and for the blue poison dart frog, also two pieces of information like the poison from the frog can kill how many people? Right, and number 6, they live in the rainforest of which part of the world? Okay, things like that. Yeah, they have like South America, North America, or South Africa. Right. So, and in this section, I think that we need to listen only once. Yeah, I think once is enough for you to find out the information. However, if once cannot be, then we can move to the second time. It's okay, right? Okay, so now let's move for the first time first.
Unit 2. Listening 1. Activities B, C, and D.
The colors of nature. Aren't they wonderful? Birds, flowers, insects, so many different colors. And it's not only that they're beautiful. Colors in nature have many different uses. Many animals use color to help them survive. Today, we're going to look at 2 ways that animals do this. The first way animals use color is to protect them from danger. Color helps animals hide from predators. Scientists refer to this as camouflage. For instance, look at this first photo. What do you see? Some green leaves, right? But wait, one of those leaves is actually an insect. There's a false leaf katydid sitting on a leaf. Look carefully and you can see its legs and its head. Its wings look just like leaves. Katydids are common insects all over the world. Here's a little extra information about katydids. They got their English name, katydid, from the sound they make. People thought it sounded like the 2 words Katie, a girl's name, and did. Listen, it sounds like they're saying, Katydid, katydid, katydid. You know, I wonder who Katie is and what she did. Anyway, back to colors. Now, look at the next photo of a cryptic frog. Can you find the frog? Look closely and you can see it on the left. It is sitting on the leaf. It takes its colors from the brown leaves and rocks on the forest floor. This is another example of camouflage. It's almost impossible to see this little guy unless he moves. Even then, it looks like the wind is blowing a brown leaf across the forest floor. A second use for color is to give a warning. This is the opposite of camouflage. These animals want you to see them. Their bright colors say, "Watch out, I'm dangerous. If you touch me, I'll hurt you." Many predators also know from experience that a bright color means danger. Let me give you an example. This is a photo of a blue poison dart frog. These frogs live in the rainforests of Suriname in South America. Their skin contains a very strong poison. The poison in just one frog is enough to kill 10 men. Its bright blue color says to predators, "If you eat me, you will die." Believe me, if I see one of these in the forest, I will give it plenty of space. Now, on next week's show, we're going to meet a very unusual bird called the bowerbird. This little bird loves the color blue. Tune in next week to find out what he does with it.
Okay, and I think we will listen for the second time, right?
Unit 2. Listening 1. Activities B, C, and D.
The colors of nature. Aren't they wonderful? Birds, flowers, insects, so many different colors. And it's not only that they're beautiful. Colors in nature have many different uses. Many animals use color to help them survive. Today, we're going to look at two ways that animals do this. The first way animals use color is to protect them from danger. Color helps animals hide from predators. Scientists refer to this as camouflage. For instance, look at this first photo. What do you see? Some green leaves, right? But wait, one of those leaves is actually an insect. There's a false leaf katydid sitting on a leaf. Look carefully and you can see its legs and its head. Its wings look just like leaves. Katydids are common insects all over the world. Here's a little extra information about katydids. They got their English name, katydid, from the sound they make. People thought it sounded like the two words Katie, a girl's name, and did. Listen, it sounds like they're saying, Katie did, Katie did, Katie did. You know, I wonder who Katie is and what she did. Anyway, back to colors. Now, look at the next photo of a cryptic frog. Can you find the frog? Look closely and you can see it on the left. It is sitting on the leaf. It takes its colors from the brown leaves and rocks on the forest floor. This is another example of camouflage. It's almost impossible to see this little guy unless he moves. Even then, it looks like the wind is blowing a brown leaf across the forest floor. A second use for color is to give a warning. This is the opposite of camouflage. These animals want you to see them. Their bright colors say, "Watch out, I'm dangerous. If you touch me, I'll hurt you." Many predators also know from experience that a bright color means danger. Let me give you an example. This is a photo of a blue poison dart frog. These frogs live in the rainforests of Suriname in South America. Their skin contains a very strong poison. The poison in just one frog is enough to kill 10 men. Its bright blue color says to predators, "If you eat me, you will die." Believe me, if I see one of these in the forest, I will give it plenty of space. Now, on next week's show, we're going to meet a very unusual bird called the bowerbird. This little bird loves the color blue. Tune in next week to find out what he does with it.
Okay, nice. Now we have three students can answer and they provide the same answer, right? So we can follow the answer here, 1B, 2C, 3A, 4B, 5C, and 6A, right? Yeah, that's correct. So that means when you listen for the second time, you can know the information quite clearly, right? Very, very clearly, right? Yeah. So, and for the fourth leaf, katydids, they also mention something like its legs, right? But it's just their mentioning. It does not mean like their legs look like the leaf, but the wings, right? And the katydid gets the name from the sound. The sound, they say like katydid, katydid, yeah, things like that. That's it from the sound. And then they name the animal like katydid. Yeah, it does not relate to any girl named Katie. Yeah, who Katie is, what she did, just a joke, right? Yeah. And number 3, okay, the leaves and the colors of the brown color of the rocks on the floor, right? And for number 4, they also drive you to some side, like they can say like, even though when the wind blow, things like that. And if you just hear the word like when the wind blow, and then you can think, oh, maybe when the wind blow, and then we can see. But no, we cannot see, even though. Then they say even though, yeah, even though the wind blows. Right. So we can only see the cryptic frog when it moves, just like that. Yeah. But if it stays still, you cannot see it. Right. Yeah, and for the poison, it can kill 10 people. Yeah, and in the forest of South America. So we have nothing more here to discuss. Right. So like that. Thank you very much. Now we move to another section. Yeah. So at the beginning, before we had listen to this section, I already told you that the animals, they use colors for hiding, right? And for another reason is for what, right? So when you look at this one, you can see the first reason for animal colors is for camouflage. Now we have the new word here, camouflage. Yeah. This can also be the noun, also be the verb. Hiding. Yeah, okay. Things like that. Okay. So camouflage, that means hide or hiding. Let's see the first purpose. Okay, for the second purpose, that means for warning. Yeah. Hey, don't touch me. Things like that. Right. So and now we just do a very small exercise right here. Yeah, to see if we can figure out the context here. So in the pictures here, you see there are like 4 types of animals, right? The first one, I see the butterfly. The second one, I see the zebra. The third one, I see the snake, right? And they can say the coral snake. Yeah. And the last one, that's the fox, and they say the Arctic fox. That means the fox here, they live in the North Pole of the Earth. Yeah, and yeah, when you look at the description of each animal, okay, you can write C or W. That means for camouflage or for warning. Okay, just spend a little time to do it because it's quite easy for you here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. We have got your answer here. One, you say for warning. When they talk about like the butterfly, right? The colors are very bright. That means they attract attention, right? Very bright. So in this case, when they attract attention, that means just warning because they don't need to hide. Right. So, and their wings have a terrible taste, things like that, right? And choose C, yes, zebra, African animal in the hawk family, they have black and white stripe. So they have black and white stripe, and you can see here, they say black and white stripe. Stripe, that means one line is black, one line is white. That would say stripe, okay? And as you know, like with the white stripe like this, black and white stripe like this, when you are away from those zebras, you cannot see the whole body of the zebra because the white color will be, how can I say, will be mixed with the with the colors of the dry grass, okay, on the field. And so that it's very hard for the predators to see the zebras here. So that we say for camouflage. Okay, and number 3, you say warning. Yeah, the coral snake. So you can see like the colors are very bright, right? So for bright colors, animals just warning, no hiding. And for the Arctic fox, yeah, it's very special here. For the Arctic frog, okay, it has two, how can I say, two skin schemes. Right. For some summertime, yeah, its fur change into like brown. Yeah, so that it can blend with the colors of, I'm gonna say, up the land there, because in summer the land turn into brown, right? And in winter their fur turn into white. Okay, so that's very special. That for summer and for winter, yeah, the furs of this frog, okay, can change, okay, based on the season, right? And just for hiding, because the colors blend into the in the environment. We say blend into. Yeah, blend into, that means, yeah, you do something similar to another thing or to another one. Yeah, so that's what you say, blend into. Yeah, things like that. Okay. Yeah, and I think, yeah, that should be correct. All right. So now let's move to our first section here. We talk about, oh, sorry, our last section. We talk about like the bowel breath. Okay. For this listening section, I think that you need to practice the skill of listening to cause and effect. Okay. So if you can listen to the cause and the effect, then you can find out the information quite easily. Like for example, when they talk about like cause and effect, they usually use some kinds of like so or because. Okay, and after the so or after the because, you will know that which is the cause or which is the effect. Okay, if I say something like, okay, uh, pollution was a poison to the frogs. Okay, so the frogs in the pond die. Yeah, and then we can see like the information after so. That means the effect of the information before so. Right. However, for the word because, okay, the information after because would be the cause. However, the information before the because would be the effect. Okay, it's like a reverse. It looks like a reverse between so and because. Okay, so for example, like if I say like pollution was a poison to the frog, so the frog in the pond died. I can say like the frogs in the pond died because pollution was a poison to the frogs. Okay. For the second sentence, instead of saying like the frogs survive because their camouflage match the leaves, and they can say like the frogs camouflage match the leaf, so they survive. Okay, things like that. So you can see the difference between the so and the because, right? Before so should be the cause, after so should be the effect, before because should be the effect, after because should be the cause. Okay, things like that. Now that's the rule, right? So now just practice this rule. When you look at the 6 sentences here, okay, please figure out which information is the cause and which information is the effect. Okay, yeah, you can write something like, if you say like number 1, KTDs are hard to see because of their green color, and then you can see like the core, that's it, their green colors, and the effect, that's it, KTDs are hard to see. So you can see like number 1, E, and then C. That means number 1, effect comes first and then cause come later. Okay, things like that. So for number 2 to number 6, I leave you time to do it. Right. Okay, so I already typed in the rule for you to remember in the chat box, right? So number two, Thư said that, okay, predator can see the candidates, so the candidates stay safe. That means that means the predator can see the candidate, and the effect that means the candidate safe. Okay, candidate safe, right? Effect. Okay, right, like that. And for number three, we see because, right? Before because should be the effect, and after because should be the cause. So effect and cause. Right. And number four, the cryptic form we see like so, right? So before so, let's see the cause. Okay, and after so, let's see effect. Okay. Number five, okay, so similar, right? Cause, effect. Number six, because, so opposite, right? Effect and cause. Good job. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah. So now you can move to the listening section right here. Yeah. So, and in this listening section, they talk about the bowerbird. Yeah, and you can see here, this is the bowerbird. Yeah, the bowerbird, that means the bird with the blue colors right here. Okay, that we see the bowerbird. And they will talk about like some kinds of cause and effect that brought about by this kinds of bird. So we can look through to the causes and the effects here. The first one, the satin bowerbird decorates its bower with the blue things. Now, the satin bowerbird, that's the satin bowerbird. That means the bird that decorates its bower with the blue. Okay, with the blue things like here. For what? Okay, so that the bower looks nice, or so that the predator cannot find, or so that the bowerbird remove the red thing. Okay, yeah. And you see the bower, that's the bower. I will highlight the bower here. This one we say bower. Okay. And when you listen, try to find out if the bower is their nest or not. Okay, think like that. Yeah. If it's not their nest, what it is. Things like that. Right. And they also say that the bowerbird doesn't like red. Let's see the cause, right? So what is the effect when you put something red inside? Okay. And then the female builds a nest in the tree. For what effect? Okay, yeah, things like that, right? So now just listen. I think that you need to listen twice so that you can select the cause and the effect correctly. Okay. So now let's get started.
Unit 2. Listening skill. Activity B.
Hello again, nature lovers. Today we're going to talk about the Australian bowerbird, a very unusual bird. Male bowerbirds build something called a bower. As you can see in the picture, a bower looks almost like a little house. Now, here's the part that is so surprising. The male bird builds the bower, and then he decorates the area around it. He gets flowers, little stones, pieces of glass or plastic, and many other little things, and puts them around the bower. He's trying to make the bower look nice. One kind of bowerbird, called the satin bowerbird, loves the color blue. You can see in this picture how this satin bowerbird decorated his bower with a lot of blue things. This bird doesn't like red. If you put something red in his bower, he takes it away. Bowerbirds often steal things for their bowers from other birds or even from people. The bower is not a nest. This means that it is not the place where the female bird lays her eggs. The female bowerbird builds a nest in a tree where predators can't find it easily.
Unit 2. Listening skill. Activity B.
Hello again, nature lovers. Today we're going to talk about the Australian bowerbird, a very unusual bird. Male bowerbirds build something called a bower. As you can see in the picture, a bower looks almost like a little house. Now, here's the part that is so surprising. The male bird builds the bower and then he decorates the area around it. He gets flowers, little stones, pieces of glass or plastic, and many other little things and puts them around the bower. He's trying to make the bower look nice. One kind of bower bird, called the satin bower bird, loves the color blue. You can see in this picture how this satin bower bird decorated his bower with a lot of blue things. This bird doesn't like red. If you put something red in his bower, he takes it away. Bowerbirds often steal things for their bowers from other birds or even from people. The bower is not a nest. This means that it is not the place where the female bird lays her eggs. The female bowerbird builds a nest in a tree where predators can't find it easily.
Okay, and we also have the answer, okay, from Thư, right? A, C, B, and Miss Queen also A, C, B. Okay, so now let's see. 1A, 2B, sorry, 2C, right? You said 2C and 3B. Okay, so that means they decorate the bower with the blue thing so that the bower looks nice, right? And because the bower doesn't like red, so it will throw it away when you put something red inside, right? And the female builds a nest to protect, okay, its family from the predators, things like that, right? And after you listen to this section, can you tell me, like, is the bower the nest? Yeah, or the bower is another thing and the nest is another thing? Okay, let's see the question. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Yeah, the bower looks like the little house, right? But isn't a nest, right? Just for decoration. And then I don't know the reason why the male bird just build something for decoration like that. Okay, just waste of time and it lets the female one to build the nest, right? I think if in the real life, in our life as a human, yeah, if the husbands do things like nonsense like that and let the wife to build the house, okay, maybe the husband will die soon. Things like that, right? Just joking, right? Okay, so and I think, yeah, that's enough for our today's lesson, right? And now we can move to the homework section here. So and for your homework, you can move to page 33 and you see listening to, we talk about colorful homes, right? And the first exercise is that you learn the vocabulary here and you can do the vocabulary section as we did for listening one, right? And next one, you move to page, oh my God, 35, okay? And on page 35 here, we have two parts of listening, okay? What you need to do is that you listen to the two sections here, okay? And then you fill in the blank with a suitable word, okay? And when you try to find out the audio file, you can find the audio file with the name like listening to, okay, activity C, things like that, A, B, C, things like that, right? Yeah, and as I told you, for this kinds of listening, yeah, they do not give you like kinds of the same part of speech, but different part of speech. And when you listen, you need to understand the part of speech so that you can decide which word can be suitable with each blank, okay, things like that, right? So, and that's it on for the homework. Yeah, just section A and section C, okay, for listening to, just like that. Okay, and please remember that after this week, okay, for the next week, we will take the midterm exam on Wednesday for listening. Okay, so try to be available on Wednesday next week, okay, so that you can do the midterm exam because we do not have more time to remake the exam within November. Okay. Yeah. Thì về sau khi bài tập xong thì bài tập về nhà xong thì thầy nhắc thêm anh chị là nhờ anh chị nhớ giùm thầy là xong tuần này thì tuần sau là thứ tư mình sẽ thi giữa kỳ phần listening nha. Cho đó anh chị cố gắng là thu xếp công việc để chiều để tối thứ tư mình tham gia thi đầy đủ anh chị ha. Tại vì trong cái khóa này nếu mà không tham gia thi giữa kỳ á, thì mình không có đợt nào để mình thi lại được hết. Vì hết hết mình học xong khóa này là ngay đúng hết tháng 11 luôn, và hết tháng 11 là đã chốt cái học kỳ luôn rồi. Thành ra là lúc đó là phải nhập điểm liền, thành ra là không có thi lại này kia được nữa. Đó, nếu mà ai mà thứ tư mà không thi đi giữa kỳ được thì mình sẽ bị không điểm, cái cuộc thi giữa kỳ nó sẽ bị ảnh hưởng điểm. Do đó anh chị cố gắng đi đầy đủ như này ha. Rồi, bài học tới đây, hôm nay đến đây là kết thúc về các colors. Tuần sau mình sẽ tiếp tục bài học số 3 vào ngày thứ hai tuần sau nha. Rồi, see you again next week and enjoy your weekends. Okay, tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Thank you very much for participation. Good night.
Good night. Goodbye, teacher.
Okay, good night and goodbye too. Okay, goodbye everyone. So I will leave the Zoom now.